Postal here. So today we're taking out the I-215. What is this plane? This plane, on paper, is one of the worst frickin' planes at tier 10. Yay, what a great way to start a video. This is a tier 10 Soviet multi-role fighter. It is a high-tier multi-role fighter on the Soviet line, so it has lost any maneuverability that the early Yaks would have had, and tries to go faster, but it doesn't do very well because it's a Soviet freaking multi-role fighter. And so that can be frustrating, right? The Su-9 was very frustrating. The I-215 was very frustrating. I was fully expecting, and I've had this plane for a while now, for months and months and months, and I just started playing it today. I was fully expecting this plane to be frustrating, and guess what? It can be. But I've decided to not let it be. I've decided to embrace the memes of this plane, because this plane is a freaking flying meme. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's go over all the bad stuff first, because that's going to take longer. It is not very fast, even for a multi-role. It's kind of fast. I mean, it's kind of its thing, is it's got some speed. But it's not fast enough to balance out everything else in the plane, in my opinion. It has no maneuverability. There's frickin' fighters in the game that are going to outmaneuver this plane. It's just not very maneuverable at all. Its bombs are mediocre at best. They are the second worst hitting bombs at tier 10 for multi-roles. The Jawas are slightly weaker. But this is the longest reloading ground armament at tier 10 multi-roles. This one takes 3 minutes. All the rest of them are 120 seconds. So, wow, Postal, you really make this plane sound super swell. I really want this plane, don't I? Well, what makes this plane is the guns that you've seen me firing here. They are just silly. They're funny. But they're troll cannons. They're troll cannons to the nth degree. These are troll cannons squared. They don't hit when you need them to hit. They just don't. But if you don't rely on these guns, they are hilarious. And they are actually quite fun to play. It's when you try to rely on the guns that this plane becomes incredibly frustrating. When you're stuck in a situation that you desperately need to get a target knocked out, or you need to, flip a zone or something like that, this plane is the worst thing that you could ever interact with. Speaking of which, there's the Jawas. Jawas at least have maneuverability. Their cannons are troll as well, but they at least have, some maneuverability to get them by. Granted, I think they're probably slower than the I-215, but I kind of would rather have the Jawas. Not even kind of. I'd much rather have the Jawas. What I've learned to do is embrace these 57mm cannons. They reach so far. Like, you can consistently hit. Well, consistently, you can't do anything with these guns, but you can aim out 4,000 feet and actually hit targets. In fact, I feel like this plane's guns are better at 1,000 meters, at 3,300 feet, than they are at 300 meters, or about 1,000 feet. Up close, they just they're like torpedoes. They don't engage when they're that close. And as such, it can be very frustrating when you've got something that's super close to you. And so I prefer to be using this as the sniper that it was intended to be. And I feel like the cannon, where's these shots going? I don't even know. But that's okay. Don't think you're gonna win the battle. I go into every freaking battle with this plane, assuming that we're gonna lose, because my cannons are going to troll me at just the wrong moment.
The enemy is launching rockets at us from the military base. Take action.
Alright, so we've got both command centers, so that's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and defend this command center. See what we can do. So, again, I'm just kind of aiming as far out as I can aim, hoping that my 57mm cannons hit. I am not holding down the cannon. You cannot hold down this freaking cannon. You just can't. If you try to hold down the cannon, you will overheat it, and you'll be even more frustrated than you already were. Excuse me. And so in this kind of situation, you just need to be patient. Mr. Miyagi tells me patience is a virtue. Patience, grasshopper. Dang it, did I actually hit that guy? I did not mean to hit him. We've got some inbound. We've got this guy. Ah, dang it. I was hoping to knock him out before he knocked me out. Can't rely on your guns, though, right? I've got this pilot to a 4-point pilot, finally. And I've used 2 of those for Engine Guru and 2 of them for Marksman. The next 3 points I'm going to use on Marksman 2. And we'll go from there. I really need to get that, guys. Do I need to go there? Apparently I do. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm getting into a situation that I really shouldn't get into. So I'm going to get stuck in versus a human. And if any of these shots miss, which of course they're all going to miss, I'm going to be in trouble. Let's see what we can do here if I can flip this zone. Dropping bombs, dropping bombs.
The enemy has control of all key objects. You cannot leave it like that.
Let's see what we can do here. So this is the wrong situation to have this plane in. Because, like I said, all these shots are going to miss. Because that's just the way the plane works. It's a frickin' light fighter going in a straight line. And literally none of those shots hit, right? And so, yeah, just kind of embrace it. Expect that I'm going to lose this battle because none of my shots want to hit. And we'll go from there. All the rockets in the world. Now I'm dead because he's got a rear gunner and I don't. Hopefully I can hit him.
We cannot support you any longer. The storm is too heavy. Do you copy?
Come on!
Over?
Good God, man. Let's see if we can get this military base. Let's go. Let's use Das Boost in here to go get the military base. It might be the only way we can win this. We need to get the military base and then get the command center. For some reason, the military base is attacking the command center that they already own. But it is what it is. Who am I to argue with the freaking game? Alright, so we got Jawa inbound here. And so because we're relying, we're trying to, do stuff, the game's going to troll us. And we're just going to have all kinds of issues. Got a bunch of inbound planes here. Again, we're putting this plane in a position to fail. Because it's not gonna, I'm showing you the ridiculousness that is this plane. Shoot, I went the wrong way. Well, I really screwed that up, didn't I? Might have been able to capture that sector. Probably not, considering they haven't even made a dent in it. And yeah, unfortunately, we're just going to lose this battle because, we're going to lose this battle. That's pretty funny.
Enemy bombers inbound. Don't let them reach
Dang it.
their target.
I went the wrong way there. We might have actually had a chance to flip that.
Fall back and regroup.
But it is what it is. And so, you can't be upset about that. GG to the enemy team. You just can't be upset about how this plane works because that's the way it's built. It's built on RNG. You really need to embrace the RNG. And if you embrace the RNG, you'll at least have fun with it. You might not get a lot of wins. This plane is probably going to be a lot better if you were in a flight where you can just, be your meme machine and, take the steps to, have an impact that way and just kind of have fun with it. I'm actually having a lot of fun in it. I've lost more than I've won, I believe. I guess I could look. How can you actually look at that in the profile? I'll check later. But I'm having fun with it, and that's because I'm not holding very high expectations, and I'm trying to embrace the fact that this plane does stupid things. So we got 15 frags there. We did 10,000 ground damage, 12,000 air damage, captured 3 sectors. I died a couple times, which is frustrating. Alan 2 on the enemy team. I've ran into him quite a bit recently. A good player. He didn't have a huge impact on the game this time. But I've ran into him a lot when I'm streaming and things of that nature too, so I'm gonna GG him. Hello. There you go. And so if you embrace the memes, you just embrace the having fun in this plane, you'll at least have fun. And for me, if I can have fun, then, you know, that's halfway there. Am I going to take this plane out when I need to desperately get a tier 10 multi-roll win for some reason, or just a multi-roll win in general, or a tier 10 win in general? No, this is not the plane I'm going to play when I need to get a win. This is going to be the plane I play when I'm having a good day and I want to make it a better day. If you're having a bad day and you're trying to make it better, I guess it matters your mentality, but this probably won't make your day better if you're already having a bad day. It'll probably make you salty. But it is what it is. I'm honestly and truly surprised at how much fun I'm having with these 57mm cannons. You really need to make sure that you're staying away from anything that can cause issues for you, and that's basically everything. Pounce on planes of opportunity, snippety snipe away. This plane's really actually quite good. I've had a huge impact against specialized human bombers, I think because they feel like they can... you know, their rear gunners are basically going to tear up everything. The funny thing about this plane is it has longer range than those planes, typically. It takes out huge chunks of damage and does huge amounts of critical damage, probably knocks out the gunner and things when you hit with these shots. And these shots tend to hit a little bit more against bombers than they would against other planes. This plane is terrible to try to shoot fighters, terrible to try to shoot very maneuverable multi-rolls. It's even difficult against a lot of the heavy fighters, as you saw in this battle. Just is what it is. Embrace the fact that you're completely reliant on RNG, and your gray hair or receding hairline will thank you for it. I know it's helping me. So as far as the setup is concerned, I've got a very basic setup. Again, I've only played a handful of times. I've got a ways to go before specialization, and specialization doesn't even look all that exciting to me. And that's why I've just doubled down on embracing the meme for this plane. I thought to myself, well, you know what? We'll try to we'll focus on the bombs maybe. Maybe it's good at reloading its bombs. It's not. It's the slowest reloading. So it's really not good against ground armament. Well, I thought to myself, maybe I'll use the guns to shoot the ground. The guns aren't very good against the ground. 57mm cannons, you would think, would be able to take huge chunk damage out of the ground targets. It doesn't do that. It's not like the 57mm cannons on the IL-10, IL-20, things of that nature that do take huge chunks of damage out. It just doesn't do that. And so you really do need to play it, so far from what I'm seeing, like a sniper, and embrace that sniper type role. What's kind of frustrating is specialization. Your consumable loadout helps the outboard weapons. I really don't care about that, because who cares? It takes 3 effing minutes. And you can't even speed up the reload because the equipment slots that you get for specialization don't help that. It's really kind of confusing that the specialization helps the outboard weapons at all for the consumable. This plane clearly is not about the bombs. So you get another specialization. On specialization, you get another airframe slot, which I suspect, I guess I'll probably do reinforced skin. Maybe reinforced airframe. I'm not doing lightweight wingframe. There's just no... I'm not going to reduce my hit points to help my maneuverability a little bit. It just seems stupid to me. So I'll do one of these two, and we'll see what goes from there. Right now I've put polished skin on there. And I've done the improved uprated engine. I mean, I could maybe do an engine armor protection. I'll see. I also have a lot of these, like maybe once I specialize it, maybe I can just plug in an advanced one I've got sitting waiting to go. I'm not so sure. I really do want to embrace the speed, but I don't know if it's even really helping. Like, how much airspeed can you get this thing to? I suppose we'll find out. We may change things around. I could just get rid of the bombs. This might be one of those planes that I truly get rid of the bombs, but they actually helped in this battle, right? I actually got a bombardier, on accident, of course, but got a bombardier in this battle. And they do help. I mean, how many times have you been in a fighter and you get to a command center and you just need like some bit of damage to the ground done to flip a sector? Bombs help in that kind of situation. I don't think like the airspeed on this is going to be like so incredibly that much better. I mean, I guess it's decent. I guess I could fiddle around with it, but as a multi-roll, I kind of want to embrace the multi-rollness of it and have bombs on a multi-roll, because otherwise you just have a very bad fighter. It's already a bad multi-roll. Let's not make it a bad fighter, right? So that's my opinion on the I-215. I don't know if any of you have this particular plane. It's not a popular plane by any means. But again, it's fun. It's oddly fun. It's oddly satisfying. It's definitely satisfying when the cannons hit. It's very frustrating when they don't hit. Do you guys happen to have the same opinion of this plane? Is it one of those planes that you got and instantly regretted? Did you sell it? I do not sell my tier 10 planes. I've got a couple that are stinkers, but I'm not going to sell my tier 10 planes. I figured I spent so much time grinding those freaking lines and buying the plane that I might as well keep it. I've got flexibility on that. I've been winning a bunch of slots, aircraft hangar slots, in the F5F event and the Crimson Dawn event. I've got 10 now just sitting around, so I don't need slots like I normally would have. I don't need the silverback. But, I mean, if I'm going to spend 6 million silver on a freaking plane, I'm not going to sell it back for 3 million, you know what I mean? Like, I just wasted 3 million for nothing. That's me. That's my opinion. Anywho, enough rambling. It is, you know, kind of early in the morning, so be it. I hope you enjoyed this particular video. I will catch you out on the battlefield. Maybe you'll get derped by me without even knowing it. But anyway, thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.